Grand rising, ladies and gentlemen. I say grand, it's more like fucking damp risings. I say that's a bit spissy at the minute, so I thought I'd get my dogs out early. And that's that. So, ramblings of a madman continue on the 1st of May 2023. Apparently. What a weekend, what a weekend. Absolutely epic, amazing, fantastic, groundbreaking, history making, Liberty Tactics 3rd podcastathon. And first of all, I'm just going to give a massive shout out to a couple of people: Luke Collins, Catherine Watkins, Jason Noter, Kimberly Isherwood, and last but not least on that list there, Slick Rick, the man behind the scenes, putting it all together and making it possible for Lou, Kat, Jason, myself and all the other guests to partake in the groundbreaking podcastathon, which is absolutely free. And I'm goosey gandered, I'm not gonna lie. I literally wanted to show me support in the best way possible and stay awake as long as I could. I managed till 4 o'clock when they were playing the Alfred Kinsey documentary movie, and then I flaked out and set my phone for a couple of hours, but I just swiped the bloody phone and went back to sleep. Anyway, I managed to get up and carry on lending support and doing another little stint with the guys on the station, and I'm buzzing. I'd just like to say, yeah, some heavyweights there for sure, the likes of Brian Garish, Lawrence Fox, Matt Letizia, and like I say, I'm buzzing. I was straight after Matt Letizia, so yeah, there you go, I'm buzzing. And it was an absolute honour and privilege to be part of it all, so thank you, Lou, for inviting me on. So yeah, regardless of the insane censorship that both Public Child Protection Wales and Liberty Tactics are under, due to the fact that they're trying their hardest to protect all our children. Yeah, we managed to beat the censorship to a degree. Just bear with me 1 second. Good girl. Bobo, this way. Yeah, we beat the censorship to a degree. The viewing figures were fantastic, really, between the 4 platforms really. It was live streamed on Liberty Tactics website, it was live streamed on Rumble, it was live streamed on YouTube and Facebook. So between the 4 sites, the viewing figures were very good, and managed to raise quite a few £1,000s. I'm not sure exactly. I think between the last 2 podcastathons, Lou and the team managed to raise well over £10,000 towards the legal costs that these girls have been lumbered with. And yeah, amazing. There's still going to be plenty more coming through. Rick's going to be working hard. God bless him. He needs a bloody decent sleep today, to be honest with you. So he did say over the next couple of days he's going to start breaking down the whole of the podcastathon into more manageable chunks. So it'll probably be like 5-6 hour slots, and with descriptions of who's on each slot. So I know there'll be plenty more watching once Rick's done that. Still much more money needed, but as Kimberly said yesterday, yeah, obviously the money's very important, but the most important thing is awareness, and that's been the stumbling block, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, with the censorship, hasn't it? And we all know this. I've been banging the drum on the censorship for quite a while. I'm just going to slow down a bit because I'm quite chesty. I've smoked more than I should have done over the last 48 hours and drank more caffeine than I should have done over the last 48 hours, and my poor little body's knackered out of them. But probably nowhere near as much as Lou, Kat's and Jason's and Rick's. So yeah, anyway, that's enough of that. So I'm going to carry on plugging. I'm going to start uploading me videos back onto YouTube as well, so I can get them up on the Liberty Tactics homepage and yeah, I think it'll just help with the viewing figures. So I'm just keeping an eye on the dog, sorry. So I will carry on plugging the Liberty Tactics podcastathon, and between now and the 17th of May I will be heavily plugging the massive meetup that's planned for Westminster on the 17th of this month, May. That's led by Kimberly Isherwood and the gang there, Lucia and Adele, and quite a few others. And there's going to be some fantastic speakers there again. Lawrence is going to come down, Lawrence Fox, and lend a hand. Obviously Kimberly will be speaking. The formidable Madam Isherwood. Yeah, I wouldn't cross your love, that's for sure. Yeah, so plugging away for that. It's all about awareness, so we're starting to break through. I really feel that. I said this on the show yesterday, whether it's divine intervention or something going on, we're being aided. I just knew this one was going to be bigger. I could tell by my own viewing figures and shares that I was getting that the interest is certainly gaining, that's for sure. So yeah, just a quick one today. I'm just out with the dogs now. I've got a shed load of stuff to do today with it being bank holiday. The missus wants me in the garden tidying it all up in the back, so that's what we're going to be doing today after I've had a little rest. She doesn't know that yet, but she will when she sees the video. Yeah, anyway, I do ramble on. So yeah, please continue to share anything to do with Public Child Protection Wales, anything to do with Liberty Tactics. It's the only way, ladies and gentlemen, if we all come together and share the hell out of it and flood the social media sites, then we're going to get the awareness out a hell of a lot quicker, aren't we? More and more are waking up, and I was going to say at a snail's pace. It's not. It is gaining momentum, just not as quick as we'd like, I suppose, due to the fact of the nature of the topic that we're covering, which is the abuse of all of our children through the indoctrination system and beyond, everything to do and to them through the music industry and perverting the minds and everything else. So yeah, it does need to speed up a little bit, really, doesn't it? Because every day is a day where our children's heads are being messed around with more and more. So yeah, the quicker we all come together, unity is key. The quicker we all come together, we're going to put a stop to this. And it has been mentioned quite a few times by a lot of the speakers on the podcastathon that we've all come to the same conclusion, that it can only be down to awareness. Because if nans and granddads, aunties and uncles, mums and dads, up and down the length and breadth of our beautiful nations, then we'd all be out on the streets with pitchforks and skull dragging these MFOs out of their high offices. So yeah, it's all down to awareness. So we've got to carry on plugging away, sharing, tagging. The quicker we all come together, the quicker we get it done, the quicker we can start turning this shit show around, that's for sure, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to be dedicating quite a lot of my work. I'll still do a few other videos in between with my slant on things with regards to what's going on in America, Trump and everything else. Oh, before I do go, see, I should do bullet points really, shouldn't I? I should sit down and do bullet points. Massive thank you to Philip Palmer for the live stream down in Lewisham, and there was a massive turnout there. I didn't get to see it all because obviously Liberty Tactics was starting their podcastathon, so as soon as that started I switched over. But by the looks of it, I'm going to have another proper look at it, and I'll put the link in my descriptions along with other links, relevant links. But yeah, any drag queen story hour down in Lewisham, and there was a mass lefty woke brigade down there causing mayhem, probably Antifa led as well, against the good souls of the parents who can see right through this evil bullshit and are trying to halt it. So well done, Lewisham. The tide is turning. As I said, it's only on the precipice do we find the world to change, and what's going to be your precipice point? What's going to tip you over the edge and say, no, fuck this, now enough's enough, and I'm getting out and I'm going to start shouting and turning this shit show around? So, like I said, I reached my precipice point back in 2008, 2009, when I started heavily researching all the corruption and evil that we're surrounded by, basically. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm heading back towards the car now, so going to sign out in a second. So yeah, just a quick recap. 17th of May, big one down there in London, loads of speakers, time to hand out flyers, raise more much needed awareness, and just a quick recap on the groundbreaking, history making third podcastathon for Liberty Tactics. 30, I think it was 40 hours all in all, something like that. Rick was saying this morning he was still playing out videos and documentaries. Obviously Lou and Kat and that had finished their stint with all the interviews and that, and it was just down to showing some documentaries to fill the rest of the time. Apparently it was still running till 1 o'clock this morning, according to Rick. So yeah, hats off guys, amazing work. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to sign out anyway. So yeah, all relevant links will be in the description box, including for the 17th of May for the big rally down there to protect all our children. Yeah, let's prove we are not morally bankrupt, and let history judge us well. Love, light and peace, ladies and gentlemen. Catch us all tomorrow at some point.